Get ready to see football genius that has the NFL quaking in its boots. There's no denying that the Cincinnati Bengals have a certain kind of electricity that makes their opponents shudder. Why is this squad so scary to be around? Let's reveal the mysteries surrounding the Bengals that make the NFL shudder at their very mention. In the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals are now a team that is genuinely creating waves. Under Joe Burrow's leadership, the team has changed dramatically over the last 3 weeks. Burrow has a passer rating of 118 and has been playing at an exceptional level. Star players like Burrow and Jamar Chase are clearly on the Bengals under outstanding coaching, which sets the scenario for a squad that demands attention. The Bengals' unusual season-opening performance is an intriguing part of their story. They usually start the season a little slower than usual and pick up speed around this time. In navigating the current environment, it is important to acknowledge that the Cincinnati Bengals, led by the brilliance of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, have developed into a powerful force despite the difficult road ahead, which will be marked by tough games within a competitive division and conference. Let's dive into the incredible performance of Joe Burrow against one of the NFL's top defensive units. It was a showdown where Burrow took the center stage and crafted a masterpiece. Picture this. Facing a team that's currently ranked 5th defensively, Burrow stepped onto their turf and orchestrated pure magic. It was like watching an artist painting strokes of brilliance across the field. In this game, Burrow was a maestro. Away from home, in an environment that's often challenging for any quarterback, he was not just good, he was exceptional. I mean, completing 28 out of 32 passes is not just remarkable, it's downright jaw-dropping. And let's not forget the yards. 283 of them. That's like threading a needle from a mile away. And Burrow did it effortlessly. Touchdowns? Oh, he sprinkled 3 of those like confetti at a celebration, all without a single interception. Now, that's what you call quarterbacking at its finest, making the impossible look effortless. But here's the cherry on top. Despite having a calf injury nagging him earlier, which thankfully isn't an issue anymore, Burrow showcased his agility by rushing 6 times, adding 43 yards to his astounding performance. This wasn't just about numbers. It was about grace under pressure, finesse and execution, and leading the Bengals with an inspiring blend of skill and determination. Burrow didn't just play, he orchestrated a symphony on that field, conducting every play like a seasoned pro and showing why he's the linchpin of this Cincinnati Bengals offense. Let's now examine Joe Mixon's immense strength and influence on the Bengals' ground game. Imagine this. Mixon was like a thunderstorm moving across the pitch during the most recent matchup. It seemed like a storm rising every time he held that football in his hands, poised to wreak havoc on the opposition's defense. Not only did he carry the ball, but he also ran a strong 16 rushes and gained a whopping 87 yards. Not only did he continue to gain yardage, but he also made a statement by scoring a crucial touchdown. It was similar to seeing an unstoppable, unrelenting force of nature. Mixon's impact wasn't just about the numbers, it was about the energy he brought to the game. He was a powerhouse, a juggernaut that the opposition struggled to contain. You could practically feel the ground shake every time he dashed forward. And that touchdown? It was like a lightning strike, electrifying the Bengals' offense and igniting a fire that kept burning throughout the game. Imagine for a moment that the Bengals are writing a completely new story on the pitch. There's an electric mood surrounding Burrow's comeback to full strength and a tangible thrill. It's almost electric, as though the team's ability to reinvent itself and become a force to be reckoned with is ignited by his comeback. Imagine it as watching a symphony come to life, with each play expertly orchestrated with Mixon at the bat as the maestro directing the way. The team's playbook now emphasizes creativity, adaptation, and surprising opponents in addition to carrying out the plays. Burrow's resurgence has breathed new life into the Bengals' offense. It's like watching an artist create a masterpiece, where every move on the field is a stroke of brilliance. And Mixon? He's not just a player, he's the driving force, the conductor of this symphony of plays, guiding the team towards an era of unpredictability and versatility. His impact goes beyond statistics. It's the heartbeat of a team that's evolving, transforming, and setting new standards for excellence. Against the 49ers, the Bengals illustrated their depth by distributing catches among 7 different players, highlighting the wealth of talent on their roster. Despite the trade deadline passing without the acquisition of a tight end, the team, fortified by strong players like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, remains in a favorable position. Notably, Higgins' presence is crucial, and reports suggest the Bengals never considered trading him. His recent performance, grabbing 5 catches for 69 yards, confirms his pivotal role in the team's success. Additionally, the seasoned player Tyler Boyd's contributions, with 3 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown, underline the Bengals' offensive potency. Irv Smith, the team's addition, hasn't had much of an influence though, particularly in light of Hayden Hurst's performance from the previous campaign. The core of the Bengals is best expressed by Joe Mixon, who said recently, "When the lights shine brightest, we shine brightest." This is consistent with their past pattern of playing well in November, much like the New Orleans Saints did with Sean Payton. It presents the Bengals as a club that plays best in the later stages of the season and is resilient under pressure, making them look like strong contenders come November. Joe Burrow, the heart and soul of the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's rewind a bit, shall we? Picture this. A few seasons back, Burrow steered this team straight to the Super Bowl, and that's no small feat. He's not just your run-of-the-mill quarterback. Oh no, he's the real deal. The kind that elevates the game and transforms a team's destiny. His name is a byword for elite performance throughout the league. What makes him a standout player is not simply what he does on the pitch, but also how consistently he performs. Burrow does more than just play. He plans each step and throw, giving the impression that it is nearly effortless. With Burrow leading the attack, the Bengals are confident they have hit gold. He is the man you want in dire circumstances since he has consistently shown that he can persevere under pressure. This team looks on him as the fulcrum, the cornerstone, and boy, does he deliver. Let's take a deep dive into the Bengals' defensive realm, an area where the team is making waves and proving their mettle. Initially, there were whispers of concern regarding their secondary, questioning their ability to hold the fort. But guess what? The Bengals are flipping the script here. Players like Mike Hilton are not just stepping up, they're carving their path to defensive glory. In the recent game, Hilton's on-field performance was nothing short of exceptional, earning him thunderous applause for his unmatched defensive coverage and impeccable tackling skills. It's clear, he's not just playing, he's making a statement. And be ready for this. Dax Hill and Cam Taylor-Britt, 2 young guns with immense potential, are illuminating the pitch. Their presence gives the Bengals' defensive scheme more depth and vitality, demonstrating the great promise for the future. The Bengals' defense is strong overall, and here's the shocking part. They may even be playing better than they did the previous year. That's correct, people. Their defensive performance exudes confidence, indicating that they have elevated their skills and are prepared to face any obstacle. Let's dive into the Bengals' statistical journey this season. It's been a roller coaster ride with its share of peaks and valleys. Initially, the team kicked off with a lukewarm 1-3 record, reflecting lackluster offensive prowess. Scoring an average of just 19 points per game did raise a few eyebrows, but here's the catch. Injuries took center stage, particularly Joe Burrow's. His absence or struggle through injuries significantly affected the team's offensive rhythm. But hey, let's flip the coin. Defensively, they've been the guardians of consistency, allowing an average of 20.6 points per game, ranking 16th across the league. Now, here's where they truly shine like a beacon in the night: penalties. The Bengals have mastered the art of minimizing penalties, and guess what? They're leading the entire league in this aspect. This disciplined approach is a testament to their game strategy, showcasing that staying disciplined on the field can sometimes make all the difference between a win and a loss. The Bengals' ground game, clocking in at an average of 79 yards per game, certainly raises an eyebrow or two. However, it's more than just numbers. It's about the potential for growth. Picture this: a reinvigorated offensive setup with a fit Joe Burrow leading the charge. This scenario sets the stage for a more dynamic and diverse playbook, a realm where Joe Mixon, their prized running back, could truly thrive. Talks regarding a potential arrival of an experienced running back, similar to the effect that masterback Sam Perrin had on the squad the previous season, were rampant during the trade deadline frenzy. In fact, the Bengals' play has suffered from his absence as much as Hayden Hurst's. Nevertheless, if Mixon continues to play well and keeps off the injury list, the Bengals' future seems bright. His dependable, outstanding performances serve as the foundation for the Bengals' offensive power and have the potential to spur them on to a higher spot in the league standings.